everybody, it's William Narod here, the Paradise Guy.
And I'm Christina.
Hey, back here, Viva Diva, say hello. She's really good at that now. Anyways, we are on our way on a serious adventure today. We are headed to Playa
El Tembo.
Playa El Tembo. Yeah, now this is a very special beach because apparently it has a natural hot tub on the beach. Yes, so you guys stay tuned. We're gonna find a taxi. We're gonna be on our way and we'll show you what the journey's like because apparently it's quite an adventure. Okay, so as you know from our previous videos, we always have to stop and get some cash. Yes, efectivo, to make sure we can pay for our taxi ride there and back. We're having our taxis stay the entire day with us because I don't think a lot of taxis drive up there to this beach and pick people up. So we're gonna be on our way now. You've seen this drive before in our previous videos. If you haven't watched our previous beach videos up the coast towards Puerto Escondido, be sure to check those out right now. We're not gonna film too much of that, but we are gonna film the dirt road in because apparently it's quite adventurous to get down to this beach. So stay tuned. Okay, so we left Huatulco today about 12:15, and it'll be interesting to see how long it takes us to actually arrive. I don't think it's a very far trip, but because of the road that I think we're going to have to travel on, haven't been on it yet, but from what I've heard, that's really what's going to eat into our time. So let's see how long it takes us. Well, so far everything we heard about this road is, well, absolutely true. It is not an easy road to drive. It is very bumpy, some very steep inclines, some steep declines, lots of curves, and I think it's going to go on for a little while. Hey, well, we finally made it. It was quite an adventure for sure. But here we are at Playa El Tembo.
Yeah, it's beautiful. It's not huge. It looks really manageable. The water is super blue. I'm glad we lived. It's quite the road.
Getting out of here is going to be just as much of a challenge. So let's hope that
Let's not think about that till later.
Tires are good on the car and that our cab driver can make it up those hills. Just saying. Well, I hope you guys certainly appreciate that we go on these adventures to show you these amazing beaches. I mean, this beach is not for everybody because getting here really was quite a challenge. But if you're looking for solitude, if you're looking for an experience that not everybody else out there has had, this is a place to definitely consider. Come on, let's take a look around. Okay, so we made it to a place that we think we're gonna call our little campsite. It's over here next to the hot tub. Yes, this is a place we heard about that when you come to Tembo, you gotta go sit in the natural hot tub. We'll show that to you a little bit later, but I'm just gonna say it's worth the wait, so don't leave this video. Well, we're almost all set up in the tent, but I want you to notice this beach. All you see is our taxi cab waiting across the way. So far, even though it's only about 1 o'clock in the afternoon, we got this place entirely to ourselves. Viva Diva, what you doing?
That's her Abby, and her Abby is her word for pale. I don't know where she made it up or how she came across it, but she chose that and it sticks.
Well, the kid speaks 3 languages, so it's possible that it could be a combination of all 3.
Entirely, but she seems to understand that there are differences between the languages, and she does make distinctions. Not quite sure to what extent, but we're working on it. So Viva's actually really lucky because she's not only born as a Mexican citizen with an American dad and a Canadian mom, but she gets access to 3 languages. Yeah, I actually speak to her as much as possible in French because I'm from Montreal, where that's a thing. It's a big language there. And I want her to be able to learn that. There's not many opportunities here otherwise. So I speak to her in French. William speaks to her, of course, in English. We are exposing her to as much Spanish as we hope she can get growing up so that she becomes fluent in the language of her country. And yeah, hopefully she'll be able to express herself without any trouble and switch back and forth between 3 languages, be trilingual, and also tri-national. So geez, what an advantage in life, this poor, poor kid of ours.
Are you a lucky girl? Yeah, you're a lucky girl. She's like, I want my appy, Mom. Hand me my appy.
Oh, wait. I'm very resourceful.
She picked it up with her foot. She picked it up with her foot, yeah. The kid's coordinated.
And resourceful.
And smart. And resourceful. Absolutely. There's this scene from Lilo and Stitch where Stitch is in the bedroom of the little girl and he builds this city. And it's a beautiful city. I think it's like San Francisco looking. And once he builds it, she's like, oh my gosh, wow, it's beautiful. And then he just destroys it all because that's what he's designed to do, is just destroy. Well, watch this. Wow. Why are you so happy about destroying that beautiful sandcastle? Please don't pick yourself while you're watching. You're on camera.
One thing I have noticed is that most of the beaches here in the Riviera Oaxaqueña, or Oaxaqueña coast of Oaxaca, southwest Mexico, is that even though we have these absolutely stunning beaches, they're very stark, beautiful landscape and the mountains and the whales and all of that, the sand is a lot coarser than what I was used to back in Playa del Carmen on the Riviera Maya. There it's a Caribbean Sea, of course, and the sand is whiter and it is always very soft and very, very fine. Here, most of the time, you get, you know, little pebbles kind of style, except at Tembo. Here where we are today, the beach is almost exactly like it was at Playa. Maybe a little bit more beige rather than white, but geez, this is the softest sand that I have walked on in a really long time, and I am going to enjoy that.
So being prepared on a day like this is really important. I mean, you want to make sure you have some shade. Certainly you could sit up in the restaurants, you could get under the trees, but if you want to be out here on the beach and experience the kind of solitude that we're experiencing right now, you want to have a little tent or an umbrella. You got to have something to lay down on the sand. We have like a tarp that we brought with us. We're probably not going to use it today because we're inside the tent. But we have a tarp We also have beach towels. We have a cooler, which is actually a backpack. I think we've shown it to you before in other videos, but it's really, really cool. It holds like 9, 10 beers and or Cokes or whatever you want to drink. And we also make sure that we bring food. So we got our food, we got our sunscreen, we got our drinks, we got our tent, we got our towels, we got our camera equipment, and of course, we got a taxi cab that's sitting there waiting for us all day long for whenever we want to go home. You wouldn't want to show up here and have the taxi leave you, because I think you'd be hiking for a very, very long time to get out of here. By the way, if you're interested in purchasing some of the equipment that you see used in any of our videos, we always put some links down below in the description. When you click on those, we may get a $1 or $2 as a reward for referring you to that product. Certainly that helps support our channel. We appreciate that. If you don't want to buy any products that we have, you can also contribute to us again through the Patreon and or PayPal accounts. We really appreciate your support. Thanks so much for watching, and thank you so much for your contributions. All right, so let's take a walk down this beach. It's not a very big beach. It's not going to take very long. We were the only ones on the beach, but now one of these little public transport vehicles, you see them all around Mexico. They're not like a taxi cab. They're not like a bus. There's something in between. They're usually a truck, and they have some bench seating inside, and they drive around certain routes, and you hop on, you pay a few pesos, and you tell them when to stop whenever you want to get off. And one of those today came down here to the beach with a group of about 5 or 6 people. They're hanging out over in this little restaurant shack thingamabop that's over here on the beach, which we still have yet to check out. But you know what? They're enjoying it just the same way we are. What's not to enjoy? Heck, if I lived over in this area, I'd be here every day. I love the sound of the waves. And I love the feel of the waves when they come up and wash over your feet. It really is a special feeling being here. So something really strange for wintertime around here that we don't see very often is this: clouds. There are clouds in the sky, and they're actually blocking the sun. I mean, this is like a super rare occurrence in the wintertime. Usually in the winter, it's extremely dry. There's almost no clouds ever. Sunny almost entire time of every single day, and hot. But right now that the clouds are covering the sun, the temperature has dropped down. It's a very comfortable and cool day. There's a nice breeze blowing. I have to say, it's a new experience and I'm digging it. Hey, if this is the first time watching videos here at ParadiseGuy.tv, welcome. We appreciate you being here. Hope you're enjoying this video. If you like it and you like the style of this video, we have many, many more on the channel, but we also have shorter videos, which are called Hammock Time. And Hammock Time videos I started doing some time ago, and they're just little 3 to 5 minute videos that give you some valuable information. So if you haven't gone to the channel and checked out our playlists, please go there now. We've got stuff on Belize, the Riviera Maya, Puerto Escondido, Mazunte, Zipolite, and of course, beautiful Huatulco. So if you have any questions about any of those areas, please hit us up at info@paradiseguy.com. And thank you so much for being here at ParadiseGuy.tv. I can't get over how soft this sand is. I mean, literally, it is like baby powder. Super fine, super soft, and it's the same way once you go out in the ocean, which I really love. So, speaking of which, I think I'm gonna grab a beer and head back out into the ocean, because you can walk out a good ways on this beach because it's shallow, but the waves coming in are good size and they've got good strength, but they don't quite knock you over. And then the undertow on the way out is actually pretty manageable because the beach is not really steep. Whatever beach you go to, always pay attention to the steepness of the beach. Always pay attention to where the water exits the beach, because that's where the riptides will be. And always pay attention to the size of the waves that are breaking in. And pay attention to where they're breaking in bigger waves, where they're breaking in smaller waves. And you can figure out what are the best areas to swim. Once you figure that out, you're gonna be able to navigate the beach scene here in the Huatulco area much, much safer. And if you don't understand anything that I just said, by all means, ask a lifeguard and they'll tell you where to go and where not to go. And if there's no lifeguard, ask a local. So the waves really come in rapid succession. I mean, it's like one wave, then another wave, then another wave. They seem to come in like sets of 4 or 5, and then they rest for a second, and then there's another set of 4 or 5, and they start to break a lot farther out than a lot of the beaches we've been to because of the gradual incline of this beach. It'd be a great place to have a little boogie board and to learn how to boogie board. Maybe next time we come here, we'll bring some boogie boards and get out there and give that a try. Sure looks like fun today. It's time for a sandwich. Yeah, so we didn't chance it. We brought our own food. We brought our own drink. So if you've been following our videos for any period of time, you know that we like to have these little wraps on the beach. Christina makes an amazing chicken salad. When you come here, hook up with us. We'll go to the beach and you can try it yourself, but I think it's some of the best I've ever had. So time for some lunch.
I love you, honey bunny.
All right, guys, got to ask you a favor. Make sure you have subscribed to the channel, because you know by now that we put out a lot of valuable content about the Huatulco area and, of course, up and down the coast of Oaxaca. I mean, this is information you got to know if you're going to vacation, invest, retire, or spend any amount of extended time here in the area. We want you to know about the beach clubs. We want you to know about the restaurants. We want you to know about the beaches, but we want you to know about life in general. And that's exactly what we do here, is educate you about all of that. So turn on notifications, make sure you're subscribed, and make sure you give this video a big thumbs up, because guess what? That encourages other people to watch it, and it helps spread the word and this valuable information to those that want to experience this. Okay, so I'm gonna go try the ocean out, see what it's like. Come on. What do you think about the ocean, Viva? Did you like that? Did you like going out in the ocean? She's like, yeah, but the waves kind of freak me out. Yeah, it's good to have a healthy fear of the waves. It's good, isn't it? Yeah, water is to be respected. It's very powerful. It's something that we need to always be cautious of because we never know which way the wave's gonna wash us, right? So we have to be careful. We have to wear our floaties. We have to learn how to swim. And we have to always make sure mommy and daddy are nearby, right? Absolutely. Words to live by. Wow, so my first experience out in the water was amazing. The waves are really nice. They're bigger. I mean, they do push you in towards the shore, but because the beach is so steady and such a slow incline, there's hardly any undertow as the waves wash back out to sea. And the water is clean, it's refreshing, and the best thing is that the sand on the bottom is really fine and like powder, so when you're walking, it feels really luxurious on your feet. I like it a lot.
We've unleashed the Kraken. Okay, as far as Krakens go, she's a really darn cute one, I think. I'm biased, that's okay. But yeah, she's out of her containment unit and she is running around causing all sorts of havoc, and very gleefully so. I don't think she can do too much damage, but we do keep an eye on her, of course, because this is the beach. There are waves, there are rocks that she could trip on. So yeah, young children, open spaces, it's great to let them run around, but always make sure that you know exactly what they're doing when, because just like she's probably doing right now, there is always trouble to be had if you're not paying attention. Children know how to get into it really well.
Thank you for this public service announcement on parenting. So because this is not one of the bigger, more public type beaches, and it doesn't have governmental controls and cleaning efforts going on all the time, unfortunately when you get back in the rocks and near the hot tub, which I'm going to show you here shortly, you're going to see some trash. It's a shame, but people just, you know, they finish their beer, they finish their Coke, they, you know, use the bathroom and throw toilet paper and wipes on the ground. It's just unfortunate to see that. I mean, it's such a beautiful, beautiful, pristine place. We as humanity, we got to stop putting our trash everywhere, especially in nature, because someday soon, there's not going to be any natural places left. Everywhere you go, you're just going to see empty water bottles, Coke bottles, beer cans, and trash. That's not something I want my children to experience. I hope it's not what you want your children to experience. So what we started to do to combat this is we started to bring an extra trash bag with us when we come to all the beaches. That way we can at least pick up some of the trash while we're here, take it home with us, dispose of it properly, and leave the place a little bit better than when we arrived. Well, hey everybody, thank you so much for joining us today here at Playa
Tembo.
Yes, Tembo. It's a great little beach. We enjoyed it immensely. Love the waves, love the sand. Getting here, didn't love that so much, but loved it once we were here, for sure.
Yeah, it was worth it.
Yeah, totally great trip that you guys should consider. If you'd like a map on how to get here, please hit us up at info@paradisesky.com and we'll give you tips and tricks on how to have the most enjoyable time. With that, my name is William Nayrod.
He is the Paradise Guy.
I am.
And I'm Christina.
Hey, we look forward to seeing you guys on the next video. Cheers. Beautiful day. We had a good time. I hope you guys enjoyed spending the day with us. We certainly enjoy having you here, and we love to hear from you. So be sure to contact us soon. Cheers. Back on the road and heading home. Hasta la vista, baby.